Today on Running to Him.
Well, God places people at certain times in certain places to further His plan. If you're joining us in going through the books of Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther, today's reading is Esther 4, verses 8 through 17, and we'll concentrate on verses 13 and 14. Well, Esther 11b through 14 says this, "And I have not been summoned to come to the king for these 30 days. And they relayed Esther's words to Mordecai, and then Mordecai told them to reply to Esther, 'Do not imagine that you in the king's palace can escape any more than all the Jews. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from the Jews from another place, and you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not attained royalty for such a time as this?'" Now, I remember my father repeatedly telling me that he was born a century too late. He would cite various reasons, but he cherished the Victorian lifestyle which he had grown up in and refused to accept the changes to his life through his actions. I'm continually amazed at how God's hand works in my life and the lives of both Christians and non-Christians alike. The amazing part about God's plan is that I can be a part of it, or I can opt out of it in some way. In either event, His plan continues. Now, whether Esther was attempting to make an excuse about why she couldn't go to the king, or if she was just stating a fact, that's irrelevant to the story. Mordecai's response was that either she was going to act to save the Jews or someone else would. In either case, the task would be accomplished. Now, you might remember the story of Deborah and Barak in Judges 4 through 5. Deborah came to Barak and told him that God had a job for him to do. But Barak told her that he would go, but only if she, Deborah, came along. Because he failed to trust God, he was removed from the honor of serving God. We believers are faced with the same type of situation today. We are on the cusp of significant attacks on Christianity here in the United States. It's already happening in the world around us. There were more martyrs in the 20th century than at any other time in church history. In China, churches are being shut down and Christians are being relocated. Government restrictions are removing their ability to travel. Here in Nevada, an executive order by the government allowed casinos to operate at 50%, but it closed churches. When a church moved into a casino, it was ordered that the church disband, but the casino remain open. Now, a federal judge just placed a stay on that governmental order restricting churches in California, which will be reviewed in September. Esther responded by ordering that everyone perform a fast for 3 days. Now, this fast was really a serious one. They were not to eat or drink anything for 3 days. And after that fast, she would risk everything. Now the question is, are we willing to do the same? Are we willing to set aside our lives for even one day to prepare us for actions? When will we stop letting someone else be our witnesses for Christ?
For listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. If you listen to us on Facebook or YouTube, please like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. You can always email us at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.